do you know what made people to Japa? It's because they lack the opportunity. They were not making it. They found life difficult in Nigeria. If there's good governance and people are like have that sense of belonging, being proud to be Nigerians because you are everything. The system is working. I think one will be proud to step back. If I plan to do any other thing or relocate, then I will relocate back to Nigeria. Here working with me, three boys.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I have three boys. So that system is continuing. It didn't end with me. If you want to travel, then you're doing that maybe for pressure. The level I am operating now wasn't the same level that I was operating in Kinshasa. So it is good to relocate.
When you hear the term migration, what comes to your mind?
That actually stop people from moving around. Like for me also, I came from Nigeria to Rwanda.
Just wanted to leave the country. I just wanted to leave Nigeria. Experience in England wasn't funny at all. In England for 2 years, and I realized that Africa is sweet.
To tell people that Japa. There are some African countries that people don't reckon with.
Welcome to the Africa Migration Stories. Here we share the inspiring tales of Africans who are migrating within Africa, thriving and seizing opportunities across our beautiful continent. These stories aim to inspire more Africans to travel and migrate within Africa, as we also share helpful information and guidance on how to successfully and legally relocate to some of these countries. I am Omotoke Patoki, your host for this podcast. This season focuses on Nigerians living in the DRC, many of whom speak positively about the opportunities they found here. However, that is not the full story of the DRC. Today, millions are internally displaced, living in camps, especially in the eastern Congo. We take this moment to stand in solidarity with the Congolese people and echo the call for peace, justice, and lasting solutions so that one day all Congolese can enjoy the immense wealth and potential their lands holds. If you'd like to learn more about the situation in Congo or support those affected, we encourage you to follow at Focus Congo on Instagram. They are doing vital work on the ground to support the displaced community and tell the stories that matter. Welcome again to the Africa Migration Stories. Enjoy this episode. All right. Good afternoon. Please, you just help me introduce yourself, which is your name, where we are here, and what you do here, basically, and your title here in DRC. So.
Okay. Good afternoon. It's a pleasure having you. My name is Mr. Abbas Solomon Shukukarumaru. Ogbuefi Akụsi na nwata. Afọ ọgaranya n'isi ego. Otigbu ịnyịnya na Kinshasa. So, basically here we are in Lubumbashi, Congo, DR. That is Democratic Republic of Congo. This is where before this place is called this region. It's called Katanga region, and I think that it's an old name, and a lot of people of 60, 70, when you talk about Katanga, they will easily identify with this country. But right now it is called O Katanga, which is Upper Katanga in English. Okay? So, here in Umbashi, I'm into business. I'm a business person. I did on motor spare parts. That is my work. That is my career. You can say that is my means of livelihood.
That is good. So, when did you move here, and how long have you been living here in DRC?
Wow. Basically, I came to DRC in the year 2003, 15 December. Actually, I didn't come on my own. our people knowing fully well that I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. We have this system of boy apprenticeship. So my boss, which is my master, he was the one that took me to Congo because he had a business here in Congo, precisely in Kinshasa. So when I came to Congo Kinshasa, I came through him. He was the one that brought me. So when I came, I started off in his own shop. I stayed for some times with him, working for him, managing one shop because he had about three or four shops then. Yeah.
Wow. Now how many years now?
Oh, if you calculate that, it will be we are in 2024. So this year will be my 25th, 21st year, which is yeah. So when you calculate for, so basically I've stayed up to 20 years in Congo.
Wow, 20 years.
Yeah.
How long did you stay with your boss before you finally set up your own shop?
Wow. Normally the time is 7 years.
Okay.
But I started off with him in Lagos.
Okay.
From Idumota, we are doing motors papers in Dosumu, Idumota. Then we moved to Trade Fair, Aspanda. I stayed with him about 4 years in Nigeria, doing his business. Then when he moved me to Congo, I stayed with him for the space of 3 years. And then he set me up in business. Then
That's very
so I've been on my own since the year 2007.
That is really good. I think one of the things that is very prominent and people talk about is the Igbo business style. You know, the boy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
I think like it has made a lot of Igbos successful. That system of apprenticeship, system of business. It has also made Igbo like widely spread because if you go to any country in Africa, I think at this point, you will definitely see a Igbo man there. So even hear that is also part of your story is really, it just can't be thought that is how it is. So when you first moved here, what was your impression about Congo? I mean, it's different from Nigeria. I mean, the French, the Swahili, the Lingala. Like, what was the challenges of leaving Nigeria to Congo?
You know, it is always difficult to move from your locality, you know, where your family is, basically where you have friends, where you have associates, you can say, and, you know, moving to a different place where you basically do not have friends, you don't have people to communicate with. You know, it is always difficult when you come to a new place. You begin to look for friendship, new relationships. You know, it wasn't that easy. Being done in my 20s, you know, traveling by air for the very first time. I remember landing in Kinshasa. I was having some uncertainties about the place I was going. You know, what awaits me there? What are the things that I'm going to see? And before coming, I also had this fear of immigration, of officers and all that. And so we were told that, you know, that was the first time I understand that moving away from Nigeria to another country, you know, we have a visa, and then this visa expires. And then when the visa expired, then the immigration people will be looking after you. You know, I was having this fear of being arrested if my visa expires. I don't know how it will be. You know, maybe the visa will not be renewed and all that. Then the reality was that it wasn't easy. You know, other question is how do you adapt in the system? Knowing that it is a French country, here is not your mother tongue that they speak. You don't come here and you begin to speak Igbo. No, or Yoruba or outside, So you need to adapt to the new environment, adapt to the language, even adapt to the type of food. You understand? So it wasn't easy, but being that you are one is determined and you have this spirit in you that I have an objective. If I did not do well, my oga will be angry with me. So you give everything in you. Okay, you give it all out. So from day one, you begin to try to learn the language, you begin to ask questions, So before you know it, you have started speaking. Before you know it, you have started, all these things we sell. Yeah, you need to know them in French. It's like you are starting all over again, But it wasn't that difficult. Yeah, in the beginning anyway, there was some difficulties and some challenges, but as days goes by, we adapted and both speaking the language, interacting with the people in their local dialect, speaking also French, um, adapting with the food also. So it was good. It was good.
Let's quickly go back to the immigration. Um, I know that one of the things that we are trying to fight against is the visas within Africa. We're trying to find a way to, where Africans can relocate or travel within Africa without the need of visa or visa expiration or things. So, what has your experience with the DRC immigration been like with visa expiration and renewing of visas?
Well, in terms of immigration and the obtaining of visa, it's not easy. In Congo here, you need to have a visa, and if you don't have a visa, you cannot run this kind of business. So you must have a visa, and their visa regime is so complicated. Also, sometimes very difficult. Okay, because this country life is expensive, and everything is almost in dollars. You're sure get. Uh, Sometimes we Nigerians, when you move from Nigeria to these other countries, what is in your mind is not your focus at that point in time is not about visa, but your focus is how do I make it? How do I struggle? The struggle to a hustling, to make money, and it's only the person who has made some money that will now say, let me put my papers in order. That's why when most people are illegal migrants, uh, they doesn't have their papers are not in order. But to do business in this country, you must have visa. Must you make sure your visa is okay, and they give different types of visa. Well, the difficulties also we are having is that somebody like me that I have a company. Now, if you bring somebody from Nigeria, like you will bring somebody to help you in the business, maybe your brother, maybe our system of boy, and if the person comes here, then you find it difficult to, be able to give him stay, because the Congo system of giving visa is that one must establish a business, and then if such person doesn't have business, they want to work under you. Congo doesn't understand he's an apprentice. Congo sees everybody as man of your own. Either you are working for somebody and you are earning salary, and when you are working, you need to pay. You need to have a working visa, and then getting that working visa again proved to be problem, because the cost is more expensive, it's more high, and the years also is not that. Maybe it will be 1 year, and then you pay a lot of money. You see, but in all that we are pushing and we are doing everything to make sure we are in Congo, and also we are doing business. Also, we are doing legal business, and our papers also are in order. Then coming to Africans moving from one country to another without this issue of visa, because it is a very big issue. I would advocate that if it is possible, we are all Africans, you know. You move from Nigeria to Benin Republic, to Togo, to Ghana, you know, Senegal and all that, freely. But with the system of ECOWAS, I think there is a free movement in this region. But when you go to these other countries, you must obtain visa. And I think that was what Gaddafi was advocating before he died. I don't know if we still have a very strong leader that will unite Africa and then bring this policy of free movement within the African space.
We are hoping we get there. That is one of the reasons why I travel as well, so we can talk about the challenges people are facing, you know, in Africa, especially in migration. It's not easy. You having a business here, and every 6 months, everyone you know. So let's talk about life moving to Congo. Are you married now? Because you moved in Congo very young. So how is life now? Are you married, a Congolese or a Nigerian? Why are you married now?
Yeah, I'm married. I'm a happily married man with 5 kids, with a Congolese woman. Yes, her name is Esther Kyungo Ngoyi.
Wow.
She's from this part of Congo, this this region anyway.
Oh, so
Yeah.
the Kasan.
She's Katangese.
Kasangains. Yeah. That's nice. So we also love a inter-African marriage. Like, so now you are a Congolese, half Nigerian.
No, I'm 100% Nigerian. You can say my children are half Congolese and half Congolese and half Nigerian.
Okay, like that's nice. So when you got here, was it easy for you to quickly make friends with other Congolese?
Yeah, Congo is very nice people. They doesn't discriminate, you know, especially with foreigners. Yeah, you can say that region differs from region, you know. When you are in Kinshasa, you find out there's a lot of hatred against foreigners. But since I moved to this region, there is no, I have not been able to, you know, hear the locals, you know, talking bad of the foreigners and all that. They've been good, and associating with them, making friends with them has not been a hurdle, you know. It's been easy.
It's been good.
Yeah, it's been good.
That's good. I mean, I feel like Congolese are nice people. Sometimes the language barrier can be really tough, but I feel like they always.
No, they are very nice people and very hospitable also.
Okay. So how is living in Congo? Is it expensive? Because I think I heard one time that to get a 1-bedroom apartment like about $250 per month. How is the cost of living in Congo?
Well, the cost of living in Congo is very expensive, because I've told you before that you know, here everything is almost in dollars. So you pay the bills, and in the rental system here is that you pay by month. You don't pay annually. Okay?
Yeah.
So you pay by month. And this shop now is not less than $1,000
Per month?
per month.
Jesus.
Yeah. So when you convert it to Nigerian money, it's about 1 million.
1.6 million naira.
Yes. And this you pay by month,
Oh my God.
not annually. You understand?
Ah.
So even a 2-bedroom flat, though it depends on the environment, the area, you know, but a 2-bedroom flat goes from $500 also to $700 per month. Yeah.
Okay. So let's say the cost of living and the earning, like the trading and the business, does it match the cost of living? Does it afford the cost of living?
Yeah, 100%. You afford because it's out of what you make that you're paying these bills.
Yes.
You understand? So if I'm paying here more than $1,000 every month, then I'm making it. You understand? So the cost of living and the business also is matches, and there's no problem. It doesn't have difficult of leasing or paying those bills once you are doing the business also. Unless if you are doing nothing.
I think that's the good news for Nigerians to hear.
For people not Japa, they know Japa.
Also learning to bring more Africans into other African countries, because I've met Zambians here, I've met Zimbabwe, Tanzanians, and I think they are doing also amazingly well, because I've heard them be like, oh yes, it's good to live here, and that is why. So if they want to jackpot, they can easily jackpot to DRC. How many hours is DRC to Nigeria by flight? It's not that far. And if they can also make earning and living well here, I mean, it's still in the continent, and the money still circulates in the continent, which I think that is going to be good. So now we're going to talk about, the boy apprenticeship, bringing in people. Are you open to bringing in, Nigerians, maybe once a while, to like come here, learn, and start a business of themselves?
Yeah, I have already here working with me three boys.
Ooh,
Yeah.
thanks.
So I have 3 boys. So that system is continuing. It didn't end with me. So it's something that it runs in the bloodstream. So when someone brings you and makes you somebody, it's expedient of you also to raise another. Yeah. One thing I can tell you is that the boy system is not easy, but you need also to do it. The boys all need to endure some certain things. I have already about 3 boys which I'm working which are working with me. So it continues.
It continues. I like that it continues. I like how you say that it continues. So would you advise Nigerians to relocate to DRC Congo?
Well, Congo is a very fertile ground. It's a land running with milk and honey. It's not a place that we say that I cannot achieve something or I cannot make it. No, you can make it if really you know what you're doing. You understand? It's a very nice place. Just know already what you want.
Yeah.
And the kind of business that you want to, be involved in. And someone that is in Nigeria that even is a learned person, somebody that can be a teacher, you can open up a school, English school in this part of Congo. It is a welcoming idea.
I'm coming back for that one. I am coming back for that one. Because when I was in Kinshasa, someone told me that, I can even start teaching English for $500 per month. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm coming back for that one. That one is fertile for me. At least I know how to do that one. So I think that is really, really good. So how do you maintain your connection with people at home? Do you say keep in touch? How often do you go back to Nigeria?
I go back to Nigeria at least once a year.
Okay.
But this year I've gone back to Nigeria again in June, because my master, the one that mentored me into this business, unfortunately he passed away.
Sorry.
So we went for the burial, and by December again I will go back home. So there is the connection is there. My dad is still alive. So we are communicating, reaching out to them. There's no problem at all. It's like, as I'm staying here, it's like I'm also there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So what are your long-term plans? Are you still planning to leave Congo to another country, maybe in Africa, or to start again, or this is your final bus stop?
No, this is my second home.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no other place that I'm relocating to. Here is it.
Yeah.
So here is it. So
I like it. Like the money is here, I'm not going.
where am I going? Where am I going? If there was a better but do you know what made people to Japa? It's because they like the opportunity. They were not making it. They found life difficult in Nigeria. If there's good governance and people are like uh have that sense of belonging, being proud to be Nigerians because you are everything the system is working. No, I think one would be proud to stay back, stay with in your if you want to travel, then you're doing that maybe for pressure. Like the Americans, they love their country. If they travel, maybe they have a serious business. They not that they're going there to hustle or that. You understand?
You are going to enjoy it.
Yeah, they know that my country is whatever is a country of dream, what the opportunity I can get everything that I want here. So why? So I'm here. I can say that this is even if I plan to do any other thing or relocate, then I will relocate back to Nigeria.
I mean, the money don't come.
Yeah.
It just
So
go and be a kid.
better I take it and I invest it there in Nigeria in a big way, and then maybe you employ also some people.
That's nice. That's nice. This is really good for me to hear, and I'm sure that other Nigerians as well. To be honest, I'm sure that what you're doing today is going to be inspiring not more than 10, 20 Nigerians too, even if it's not DRC, but to know that they can relocate to the other African countries and also find a
No, Nigerians are doing well here in Congo.
Okay.
You go to Kinshasa, where you are coming from. There are a lot of Nigerian owned buildings, apartments, big businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nigerians are doing good for themselves.
So
Even here, this is my place. No, this is my place. This compound.
This compound. Oh, really?
Yeah, it's mine.
You own this?
I own this place.
They were telling me in China that's one of the richest man here. I'm like, hey, at least $500 in my pocket.
So Nigerians are really doing well for themselves in DRC. It's also a good place to be. Now one thing I like with the Nigerians here, they are really good Nigerians. There is no much troubles with the government of Congo. As the president of Nigerian National Union in this region, Okatanga, I don't have a Nigerian. I don't have a non-Nigerian that is in the prison of Congo, this area, and I think it's in Kinshasa also. So Nigerians here are really doing their business. They mind what they're here for, and they're not really making troubles.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I like hearing the peaceful Nigeria, the one Nigeria outside. You need that one Nigeria sell back home. But yes, it's good to also know that the one Nigeria.
There are a lot on Yorubas also here in Congo.
In Congo.
Especially in Kinshasa. Here also we have some Yorubas. Yeah.
So now that this is your second home, you have to greet them in this language. So it's Swahili or Lingala or French. So you have to greet your people back at home in this language. Let's go.
Oh, really? Ban dekunangai na pezino nyo sombote nazan dekunabino boyfriend abino muninga nabino na pesa bino nyoso mbote mina milamkia bote banduku yangu balafiki bakria yangu mina mi pashetu donc Moubaké tout bien.
Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Just give one advice to Nigerians in Nigeria looking into, relocating, migrating. Just any advice that comes to my mind.
Okay. It is not a bad idea to relocate. It's not a bad idea also to Japa. There is another day that we say that it is not good for one to stay in one place. Sometimes try to relocate. And I've come to understand that maybe your destiny lies where you the new place you want to adventure into. Okay, I was in Kinshasa. I had a shop in Kinshasa. Then I relocated here, but the level I am operating now wasn't the same level that I was operating in Kinshasa. So it is good to relocate. And if you want to relocate to Congo, feel free to contact Mrs. Toke, and I think she will give you the whole directions which you may require, and we are okay.
Yes, and you'll be ready to welcome them in Congo.
Why not? Why not? We don't have any restrictions. We doesn't tell the immigration official not to accept Nigerians. Rather, we offer assistance. Sometimes some Nigerians we come and they call us from the airport. There is this Nigerian here. Do you know this, that? You say, wait, we are coming. And then when we come there, we give them the assistance that they needed. So there's no issue coming to Congo. If you encounter any issue, we are there to help you.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening to today's episode. We hope these stories inspired you and offered a fresh perspective on African migration, shifting the focus from Japa only to Europe and showing that Africa too is full of opportunities. If this episode moved you, inspired you, or made you think differently about migration, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Do you have questions? You can email us at africanmigrationstories@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on Instagram and YouTube at African Migration Stories. Until next time, keep moving and remember, Africa is home. I remain your favorite host, Amotoke Fatoki, and see you on the next episode.